Hey, uh, hey, this is another thing about Bribe to Read. They hit on urgent, and if you're lost, whatever that you're watching this is a continuation of the last breakdown I did. Okay, Bribe to Read. The elements of the bribe to read and this lead. They hit urgency and scarcity. And these works a lot on story-based leads and announcements because why? Because usually on story leads like this one, they talk about a something, a discovery that could change the world and the people that are maybe the government or something like that, the law don't like this information and you should this is a framework, right? Oh, today we're announcing that this discovery was made, but we don't know how much this video will last because maybe the elites can take it down and you're never gonna see what message is. So that works a lot, I think, because I see it all the time. You just wow, this man discovered how to not ever pay electricity again. Please watch this and the story behind it because we don't know how much time we will have this information online. That works a lot, I think, and because everyone's using it, everyone's using that strategy. So, urgent scarcity works on controversial story and discovery leads because it already implies that if this information is controversial, then there's no guarantee that's gonna last long online because people don't want the quote unquote elites don't want. So cool. This is a cool and cute template slash layout to write a lead. Next, what's next? Oh, there's like a credibility section. So after you bribe the reader about, well, I'm gonna show you a story. I'm gonna show you a story about how I discovered this. In fact, this is bigger than you think, and let me tell you. So please watch this presentation. And immediately after that, of course you're not gonna explain to them. We're copywriters. We tease a lot in our sales letters. Maybe. It depends a lot on the stage of awareness of the customer, but at least in this discovery lead, we know we have to tease a lot because that's the only way we can get the attention of someone that's unaware of our product and the problem that our product solves. Well, that's it. Bright to read. And then what's next? There's like a guru slash cred. And it's here. As I mentioned above, my name's Ray Allen. I'm a 45-year-old geography teacher in Memphis, Tennessee. Folks who live here know that high energy bills are somewhat of an issue and we've been fighting them for years. I think this is not the lead. And we've never liked pain through our noses for simple things that everybody should afford. Like using the electric appliances without restriction. However, we simply settled thinking that that's the economy, or maybe it'll be better next year. Month after month, struggling not to fall behind on bills. And that all that until the winter of 2015, December 29th, Tuesday, the absolute worst day of my life. I want to know that this is a open loop infestation. Open loop. I'm noticing some things. Guru. Oh, so there's something curious about this. Here we're flagging the prospect. And at this point, well, let me keep reading. Then I'm gonna tell. And that until the winter of this day, the absolute worst day of my life. The news warned the population about the rising of the freezing waters of Mississippi, but we never had problems. We were miles away and from the river, and we were safe. But this time it was different. Around 7 p.m., news warned everybody in the area that the river had risen like never before. After a few minutes, all lights went off. I immediately thought it was a simple blackout. I went to take out my wife and two daughters. They were fine for the moment. The Mississippi River had broken out off its bed and flooded the surrounding. It ripped down hundreds of power lines around the area, and we suddenly found ourselves without power. My wife and I discussed about driving to my parents in Lexington, Kentucky, but we were looking at a 6-hour drive in the night. We decided for the power to come back. Big mistake. The house was getting cold, and it was getting cold fast. Night came and still no power. His kid pattern interrupt. Whatever. I tried calling the electric company of my cell phone to find out when power would be restored. But all I got was a pretty card message saying that they were aware of the problem and that it would be between 48 and 20, no, 72 hours before the power would be back online. Quickly, the temperature in our house reached around 40 degrees. Around midnight, I went to check on my family, and what I saw made me freeze in my tracks. So this is the guru story. My wife and daughters were lying on the bed, embracing each other, shivering in cold, muffled in thick blankets. You can't imagine how I felt not being able to protect my family. I felt powerless, I felt furious, and I immediately began researching every single energy alternative I could find. I love how all this is just a story. The story keeps, right? I don't know if this redundant, but story narrative. But before, so this is the story. And this goes way down. We're not even touched it. Dun 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 dun. We go there. That's a lot to go down, and we're not gonna cover it now. I wanna make a quick uh, observation here. It's this one right here before our uh, storytelling part. We flag the prospect here. At least that's what I think so. Because why do I think that? Because we're talking here about 45-year-old people, maybe. So we're talking about adult men with family. Folks who live here know that high energy bills are somewhat of an issue, and we have been fighting them for years. We're flagging the prospect in here because our prospect also thinks that the energy bills are an issue. So that's it. Well, we first flag our prospect before telling our story because nobody cares about you and your story unless they feel like they're related to you. And if you say something that you say something that they think, then they're more open to hearing for you. Man, oops. And we've never liked paying through our noses for simple things that everybody should afford, like using the electric appliances without restriction. However, we're simple tattered thinking. And then, and only then, that we lagged our prospect, I think, according to this sales letter, then there's an open loop that implies a story. And this itself is a story section. Here we have our marks. What's next is the story section. And how it opens with a loop, with an open loop that implies a story. And I love that. It's cool. Hopefully, later we can um, come up with a structure with our stories discovery section. But I don't think I want to keep talking to the mic and the screen. So maybe later, maybe never. Maybe I'll do it, but I don't know if I'll record that.